Boys, this is History 5th lesson, Social and Religious Reform Movements in the 19th Century. Early reform movements in Bengal. In ancient India, many reform movements created by many reformers. Now we are going to see about that reformers. The first greatest social reformer is Rajaram Mohan Roy. Now we are going to see about Rajaram Mohan Roy and his Brahma Samaj. Rajaram Mohan Roy was one of the earlier reformers influenced by the Western ideas to initiate reforms. He was the first reformer. Who was the first reformer? Rajaram Mohan Roy. He was influenced very much by Western ideas. He was a great scholar, well versed in Sanskrit, Arabic, Persian and English apart from his knowledge in his mother tongue, Bengali. He was very well versed in so many languages, Sanskrit, Arabic, Persian, English and what is his mother tongue? Bengali. Rajaram Mohan Roy was opposed to meaningless religious ceremonies. He opposed to meaningless religious activities and all form of pernicious social customs. Boys, this is not pernicious. The pronunciation of this word is pernicious. Okay. The meaning of pernicious is bad social customs. Yet he wanted to preserve continuity with the past. But always he wanted to preserve. Preserve means what? Save the continuity with the past. In his religio-philosophical social outlook, he was deeply influenced monotheism and anti-idolatry. What is the meaning for monotheism? Worship only one God. That is only called monotheism. Based on his interpretation of the Upanishads, he argued that all the ancient texts of the Hindus preached monotheism or worship of one God. Interpretation means explanation. Based on his explanation of the Upanishads, what is Upanishads? The oldest Sanskrit textbook is called Upanishads. He argued that all the ancient texts of the Hindus preached monotheism. Monotheism is what? Worship only one God. Deeply concerned with the prevailing customs of sati, child marriage and polygamy, he published tracts against them and petitioned the government to legislate against them. What is sati? If one male dead, his wife also wanted to commit suicide. Okay, this is only called sati. Child marriage, getting marriage in very young age. Polygamy. What is polygamy? One man married to many women. That is only called polygamy. Rajaram Mohan Roy opposed these sati, child marriage and polygamy. And he published tracts against them and petition. He gave one petition to the government to legislate against them. He wanted to one law against these type of social evils, sati, child marriage and polygamy. So he complained to government. He advocated the rights of widows to remarry. Also he wanted to remarriage of widows. He wanted polygamy to end. He wanted put on full stop for polygamy. He appealed to reason and humanity and compassion of the people. His campaign played a key role in forcing the Governor General William Bending's legislation abolishing Sati in 1829. Due to Rajaram Mohan Roy's forcing, the Governor General, that time Governor General was William Bending, he enacted one law, Sati Abolishing Act. He enacted this law in the year of 1829. Rajaram Mohan Roy condemned the subjugation of women and opposed the prevailing ideas that women were inferior to men. He also opposed the women were inferior to men. He strongly advocated education for women. He also strongly advocated education for women. He gave his full support for the introduction of English language education and Western science in schools and colleges. Now you are studying in which medium? English medium. This English medium of instruction first created by Rajaram Mohan Roy. Okay. Rajaram Mohan Roy founded the Brahma Samaj on 20th August 1828. He founded one Samaj. That Samaj name was Brahma Samaj. He founded that Samaj in the year of 1828. Boys, what is the year of Sati Abolishing Act? Yes, 1829. Rajaram Mohan Roy forced government to enact this law. At that time, who was the Governor General of India? William Bending. Okay. He opened a temple in Calcutta where there was no image. There were no image. Without image, he opened one temple. There he laid down that no religion should be reviled or slightly or contemptuously spoken of or alluded to. There he wanted to set that no religion should be reviled. Reviled is nothing but criticized or slightly contemptuously. This is nothing but deep hatred, spoken of or alluded to. Alluded means associated. The Samaj forbade ideal worship and condemned meaningless religious rites and ceremonies. The Samaj forbade, meaning of forbade is ban. The Samaj banned ideal worship and condemned meaningless religious practices. However, from the beginning, the appeal of the Brahma Samaj remained limited to the intellectuals and enlightened Bengalis. These Brahma Samaj very first limited to the intellectuals and enlightened Bengalis. So Bengalis were so much of attracted by this Brahma Samaj. Though the Samaj failed to attract the people from the lower section of society, its impact on the culture of modern Bengal and its middle class was quite significant. But this Samaj failed to attract what people? Lower section people. Its impact on the culture of modern Bengal and its middle class was quite significant. Meaning of significant is important. Next we are going to see about Maharishi Debendranath Tagore. After the death of Rajaram Mohan Roy, 1833. So when did Rajaram Mohan Roy die? In the year of 1833. After his death, Maharishi Debendranath Tagore, the poet Rabindranath Tagore's father, carried on the work. Who was the father of Rabindranath Tagore? Maharishi Debendranath Tagore. He laid down 4 articles of faith. In the beginning, there was nothing. Yes or no? In the beginning, there was nothing. The one supreme being alone existed who created the universe. Who was the supreme being? Yes, God. Only one supreme being was there in the very beginning. He alone is the God of truth, infinite wisdom, goodness and power, eternal, omnipresent, the one without second. Omnipresent is nothing but anywhere. Our salvation depends on belief in Him and His worship in the world and the next. Our salvation always depends on God. Yes or no? Yes. Belief consists in loving Him and doing His will. We have to love God and we have to love everyone. Keshab Chandra Sen and Brahma Samaj of India. Debendranath was a moderate reformer, but his younger colleagues in the Sabha were the rapid changers. The greatest of these, Keshab Chandra Sen, joined the movement in 1857. In the Debendranath Tagore Sabha, Keshab Chandra Sen joined. The greatest of these, Keshab Chandra Sen joined the movement in 1857. But in 1866, a split occurred in the ranks of Keshab Chandra Sen Brahma Samaj. He splitted from the Brahma Samaj in the year of 1866. Keshab left the Samaj and founded a new organization. Keshab left from the Sabha and he created new organization, New Sabha. Debendranath organization thereafter came to be known as Adibrahma Samaj. What is the name of Keshab Chandra Sen Sabha? Adibrahma Samaj. Okay. After Keshab had his 14-year-old daughter married to an Indian prince, his daughter, 14 years daughter, getting married to Indian prince. So, contravention of the Samaj condemnation of child marriages, the opponents of child marriage left the Brahma Samaj of India and started the Southern Samaj. Already, Keshab Chandra Sen opposed the child marriage. Okay, but his 14 years old daughter getting married to Indian prince. So this incident got so much of contravention. So this Samaj condemnation of child marriage. Condemnation means what? Opposition of child marriage was going to weak. So many members of the Brahma Samaj left from the Samaj and created one new Samaj. That new Samaj name is nothing but Sadharan Samaj. Okay, what is the new name of Samaj? Sadharan Samaj. Next we are going to see about Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Another outstanding reformer in Bengal was Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. While Rajaram Mohan Roy, see this picture, he is Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Another outstanding reform in Bengal was Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, while Rajaram Mohan Roy and others looked to Western rationalist ideas to reform society. Rajaram Mohan Roy and other reformers looked out of Western rationalistic ideas. Vidyasagar argued that the Hindu scriptures were progressive. He provided evidence from scriptures that there was no sanction for burning of widows or for the prohibition on the remarriage of widows. So he encouraged widows' remarriage and he opposed to Sati. He wrote a number of polemical tracts and was the pioneer of modern Bengali prose. He was the pioneer. Pioneer means what? Founder. He was the founder of modern Bengali prose. He played a leading role in promoting education of girls. So he supported girls' education and helped them in setting up a number of schools. He dedicated his whole life for the betterment of the child widows of the Hindu society. He dedicated his whole life for what? Child widows of the Hindu society. At the time, many child widows were there, so he supported the children. The movement led by Vidyasagar resulted in the Widows Remarriage Reform Act of 1856. So one Reform Act came that time. The Reform Act name was Widows Remarriage Reform Act. It came in the year of 1856. This act was intended to improve a lot of child widows and save them from perpetual widowhood. Perpetual meaning permanent. So this law helped these children from permanent widowhood. Next we are going to see about Prarthana Samaj. The Maharashtra region was another region where reform activities gained steam. A movement similar to the Brahma Samaj but founded in Bombay in 1867. This movement also similar to the Brahma Samaj but it was founded in the year of 1867. This movement name was Prarthana Samaj. Its founder was Atmaram Pandugan. The two distinguished members of this Samaj were R.C. Bandarkar and Justice Mahadev Govind Ranade. They devoted themselves to activities such as intercaste dining, intercaste marriage, widow remarriage and improvement of women and depressed classes. So these Samaj encouraged intercaste marriage, intercaste dining, widow remarriage and improvement of women and depressed classes. Ranade was the founder of the Widow Marriage Association 1861, the Purna Sarvajanik Sabha 1870 and the Deccan Education Society in 1884. Ranade was the founder of three major associations. What are they? Widow Marriage Association in the year of 1861, Purna Sarvajanik Sabha in the year of 1870 and Deccan Education Society in the year of 1884. See these pictures. In the first picture, Atmaram Pandurang is there. In the second picture, M.G. Ranade is there. Okay. Next, we are going to see about Hindu revivalism. So, revivalism is nothing but religious beliefs. Swami Dayananda Saraswati and Arya Samaj 1875. In the Punjab, the reform movement was spearheaded by the Arya Samaj. It was founded by a wandering ascetic in the western Gangetic plain, Swami Dayananda Saraswati. It was founded by Swami Dayananda Saraswati and it was started in the place of western Gangetic plain. Swami Dayananda later settled in the Punjab to preach his ideas. Preach means what? To tell. His book Satya Prakash enjoyed wide circulation. So what is the book name of Dayananda Saraswati? Satya Prakash. He declared the practices such as child marriage, the prohibition of widows remarriage, and the prohibition of widow remarriage, alleged polluting effects of foreign travel had no spiritual sanction. The positive principles enunciated by Dayanand were, enunciated is nothing but said. Some positive principles also set by Dayanand Saraswati. That possible principle were strict monotheism. Monotheism means what? Follow only one God, worship only one God. Condemnation of idolatry. It is nothing but worship of idols. Idols means what? Statues, God statues. He opposed to worship the statue of God and rejection of Brahmin domination of ritual and social practices. He also rejected superstitious beliefs in Hinduism and his cry was go back to the Vedas and he said go back to the Vedas. Arya Samaj attempted to check the incidents of religious conversion. Arya Samaj also failed to check the religious conversion in British India. One of its main objectives was counter conversion. This counter conversion is nothing but British converted all people to Christianity, prescribing a purifactory ceremony called Suddhi. This Suddhi is nothing but bring back the people who transformed their religion to Islam and Christianity. So what is the Suddhi movement? Bring back the people who transformed their religion to Islam and Christianity from Hinduism. The primary achievements of the Arya Samaj were in the field of social reform and spread of education. The primary achievement is what? Major achievement of the Arya Samaj were in the field of social reform and spread of education. Social reform and education. The Samaj started a number of Dayananda Anglo-Vedic schools and colleges. So this Samaj started many Vedic schools and colleges. Next we are going to see about Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Ramakrishna, a simple priest of Dakshineshwar near Kolkata, emphasized the spiritual union with God through ecstatic practices such as singing bhajans. An ardent is nothing but very enthusiastic worshipper of goddess Kali, the scared mother, he declared that the manifestations of the divine mother were infinitive. Manifestation is nothing but showing. Okay, showing of the divine mother were infinitive. Infinitive means what? Don't have an end. In this view, all religions contain the universal elements which, if practiced, would lead to salvation. Salvation is an end. So, in his view, all religion, if practiced, would lead to the salvation. So, all religions would come to an end. This is only his point of view. Okay. He said, Jiva is Shiva. Service for man must be regarded as God. We must respect all men. Okay. See this picture. First picture is Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Second picture is Ramakrishna Mission. Okay. This is in the place of Belur. Okay. Ramakrishna Mission. Ramakrishna's primary achievement was his ability to attract educated youth who were dissatisfied with the rational orientation of religious reform organizations such as Brahma Samaj. So, already some youth getting disappointment with Brahma Samaj. So, this all youth came and joined this Ramakrishna Mission. After his death in 1886, his disciples organized themselves as a religious community and undertook the task of making his life and teaching known in India and abroad. So, after his death, his disciple did this work. Okay. The chief spirit behind this task was Vivekananda. So, who was the chief spirit? Vivekananda. Following the organizational structure of Christian missionaries, Vivekananda established the Ramakrishna Mission, which did not restrict itself to religious activities, but was actively involved in social causes such as education, healthcare, and relief in times of calamities. But Ramakrishna was very actively involved in what cases? Social causes, education, health, and correct time help in calamities period. Next we are going to see about Swami Vivekananda. Narendra Datta, later known as Swami Vivekananda, was the prime follower of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. An educated youth, he was drawn to Ramakrishna's message. He was an educated youth. He followed Ramakrishna's principles. Dissatisfied with conventional philosophical positions and practices, he advocated the practical Vedanta of service to humanity and attacked the tendency to defend every institution simply because it was connected with religion. He opposed to all institution because all institution connected with religion only. He emphasized a cultural nationalism and made a call to Indian youth to regenerate Hindu society. He gave a call to all Indian youth because he wanted to regenerate the Indian society and Hindu society. His ideas bred a sense of self-confidence. Meaning of bred is contain. His ideas contain a sense of self-confidence among Indians who felt inferior in relation to the materialist achievements of the West. Because in that time many Indians considered themselves very inferior to West. That means British. He wanted to break down this inferiority complex. He became famous for his address on Hinduism at the 1893 World Congress of Religion in Chicago. He gave a very good speech in World Conference of Religion in Chicago in the year of 1893. Despite his fame, he was condemned by Orthodox Hindus. Because of his speech, he was condemned. What is the meaning of condemned? Opposed. He was opposed by Orthodox Hindus. Orthodox means high class Hindus, for suggesting that the lower caste should be allowed to engage in the Hindu rituals from which they were traditionally excluded. He said that lower class people also allowed to enter the Hindu temples. It was condemned by all Orthodox Hindus, high class Hindus. Vivekananda's activist ideology rekindled the desire for political change among many Western education young Bengalis. Rekindled is nothing but reawakened. Many Western Bengalis reawakened by Vivekananda's speech. Many of the youths who were involved in the militant nationalist struggle during the Swadeshi movement following the partition of Bengal were inspired by Vivekananda. At the time, many youths were against with Swadeshi movement and partition of Bengal. So, these all youths came together and joined in the Vivekananda's team. Okay, so they all were inspired by Vivekananda. Next, we are going to see about Theosophical Society. The Theosophical Society was founded by Madam H.P. Blavatsky and Colonel H.S. and Olcott. Founded in the USA in 1875, it later shifted to India at Adayar, Chennai in 1886. First, this movement started in USA. Afterwards, it came to India in Chennai. Theosophical Society stimulated a study of the Hindu classics, especially the Upanishads and the Bhagavad Gita. Upanishads is nothing but Sanskrit text. The Theosophical Society was also played an important role in the revival of Buddhism in India. Revival is nothing but comeback. Western interest in Hindu scriptures gave educated Hindus great pride in their tradition and culture. Western ideas in Hindu scriptures gave educated Hindus great pride. So, these scriptures gave educated Hindus what? Great pride in their tradition and culture. It was a great pride in the tradition and Hindu culture. Next, we are going to see about contribution of Annie Besant. See this picture. She is Annie Besant. In India, the movement became further popular in the election of Annie Besant as its president after the death of Olcott. Annie Besant stood in the election in the year of 1847 after the death of Olcott. She played a role in Indian nationalist politics and formed the Home Rule movement. Okay, Annie Besant spread theosophical ideas through their newspapers. So, what is the newspaper of Annie Besant? New India and Commonwealth. Thank you.